Simple rules, wild worlds. Last time, 400 ants found the shortest path together. This time, there is no colony. There's no crowd at all. This glowing web of tubes is one living creature, one single cell. No brain, no eyes, not one nerve in it. In 8 hours, it will have solved this maze, and it solves it in the strangest way possible, by giving up on everything else.
One cell, 2 rules, and a maze it cannot see.
Up close, the cell is a web of tubes, and its insides slosh back and forth through them all day long. Rule 1. Where plenty flows through a tube, that tube grows thicker. Rule 2. Where barely anything flows, the tube thins out, and eventually it is gone.
That is everything. No steering, no deciding, just plumbing. Hold on to rule 2. It begins by going everywhere, every corridor, every corner, every single dead end. This is not searching. It cannot see and it cannot remember. It is simply filling the space it finds. By the end of the first hour, one cell is standing in every corridor of this maze at once.
Now we give it something to want. Dinner. One at the entrance and one at the exit. The moment both meals are found, the sloshing has somewhere to go. A current begins to run from meal to meal. And every tube that current runs through begins very slowly to swell. But most of this maze goes nowhere. A corridor with a wall at the end carries no current at all. No current, no thickening. Rule 2 takes over, and the dead ends begin to fade. 2/3 of this cell's body is parked in corridors that lead nowhere. It is about to take all of it back.
Watch this corner. This is the last dead end standing.
There it goes. What is left is not everywhere it looked. It is only whatever carried anything. 2 routes remain, and they join the same 2 meals. One is clearly longer. Here's the physics. The same push drives more flow through a short pipe than a long one. So from the very first minute, the short way carries a little more.
Warm, clear makes a fatter tube. A fatter tube takes even more of the flow. The gap can only open. And the long way? Its current slips away, hour by hour, until rule 2 mistakes it for one more dead end. One line, the shortest way through the maze, and nothing anywhere inside this creature knows that. Eight hours on 2 lines. The tubes it gave up, and the flow settling onto the short way. Now run the same 8 hours again, with one rule missing. This time, tubes thicken, but they never thin. Every dead end stays exactly as fat as the day it grew. The whole maze stays lit.
And the 2 routes stay locked in a tie all night. Growing was never the clever part. The answer is what remains after the rest is let go. And this is the real thing on a rotting log in a forest. Those yellow veins are the tubes, and they really do pulse like that.
This really happened. Japan, the year 2000. Toshiyuki Nakagaki chopped up a slime mold, spread the pieces through a maze, and put oats at 2 exits. About 4 hours later, the mold had pulled itself back into a single thick tube, running the shortest way through. The rival routes measured 33 millimeters against 41. It kept the 33.
10 years later, the same team scattered oats in the shape of the towns around Tokyo. The mold grew them a rail map, about as efficient and about as tough as the real network engineers had built.
Nothing in the maze ever knew the way. The way is simply what was left once everything useless had faded.
That is one cell. No brain, no map, no plan, and the maze got solved all the same. Next time, 4 rules on a grid of squares, and an entire universe comes crawling out. Subscribe if you want to be there when it does.